Hello, my name is Destiny Smith, and today I'll be speaking to you all about the importance of eye contact. Now, when speaking to an audience, sometimes it's not all about what you say or even the information that you're giving, but a big chunk of it comes from nonverbal communications. Now, although there's many ways to nonverbally communicate with your audience, I will be speaking about the windows to your soul, which you guessed it. Of course, I said it earlier as well. Your eyes. So I have made a PowerPoint presentation for you to help me reach those souls, right? So, first, are you the apple of my eyes? The answer is yes. Now let me explain why. Say what? Eye contact can both increase arousal and engage attention. Now, I will be speaking about, of course, engaging attention. And here's something that I've always found funny. Show of hands, how many people have had a conversation with somebody and find out that they're not listening? Show of hands, come on. It's a whole group discussion. Well, I have. Now, let me tell you what happened to me, right? So while deployed, I was a military police officer and I had a partner. So we would patrol around the whole base, we'd go to other bases, etc. And I I was so excited, just so excited. I just got this Mary Higginson Clark book and I was telling him about it and I was getting so into it. And when we drove 30 minutes to a different base, he turns to me and says, "What?" And that hurt me. Like, honestly, that hurt me. Like, how could I have a full blown conversation with this person and he doesn't even know what the heck I'm saying, right? But I should have known because he wasn't making eye contact with me. Now, that's something that, happens. Sometimes you get overwhelmed, you get excited, and you talk, and sometimes that person's not even paying attention. But it does hurt. So when somebody makes eye contact with you, you feel like they're actually engaging into the conversation, correct? Well, at least I do. All right. So the discussion topics are, while using nonverbal communications during a speech, are we giving enough eye contact? Are we? Because I could be here and I'm staring at a camera and I'm just focusing on that camera. Now if I had an audience, correct, I'd be skimming through, right, looking at everybody, trying to make as much eye contact with the audience as possible, right? Or at least I would like to think I do. All right, so what kind of eye contact are we making? That's a big question. Just like I said, are we just gazing? Or are we actually making emotional eye contact, right? So are there tips on how to avoid bad eye contact? Yeah, we can figure those out together. And what does eye contact mean to you? That's a big question. Because if eye contact means something to you, then of course you're always going to follow your heart, right? All right. So, eye contact. What is eye contact? Well, the eyes are called the windows to the soul, and the importance of eye contact in communication cannot be overemphasized, right? So let's get started. All right, are we giving enough eye contact, right? So when we're speaking to an individual, are we giving them our full attention during that conversation? Are we? So if I'm telling you something personal about me, are you giving me your full-blown attention? Well, if your answer is yes, then you're giving enough eye contact to allow the person to know that you're actually engaging in the conversation, right? But if your answer is no, more than likely you're looking up at a ceiling, you're looking at a window, you're looking down at twiddling your thumbs or on your phone. and the individual feels as if you're not even paying attention to them. That there's no point in talking to you because you're not even paying attention, right? So when we're conducting a speech with an audience, we have to make sure that we're fully engaged with everyone. Not just one person, not just two people, but everyone, right? We want to make everyone feel welcome into our speech, correct? All right. So what does that mean? What does it mean, right? What does it mean? What kind of eye contact are we making, right? So here are a couple of eye contact types of eye contact that we could make. So we can have the balcony gazer. The balcony gazer. So the balcony gazer is when you're looking like almost at everybody's forehead. You're not really making eye contact with anybody. Your eyes, you're not emotionally, interacting with the crowd. You're just kind of like, okay, I want to get this over with, and okay, that's it. So basically, you're more focused on the forehead more than the eyes, right? Or are you a head bobber? That's funny. So a head bobber is someone who looks, for instance, right? Let me grab a piece of paper. Here we go. Hi, my name is, and I am, and who are, so there, blah, blah, blah. That's a balcony, or that's a head bobber, right? Because we're focusing more on the notes than we are to the actual audience, right? Now, an obsessor is like somebody who only looks in one direction, right? So if you're my audience and I'm just looking here and I'm just talking to these set people, but I forget about you guys. Doesn't that hurt if you're in the audience and I'm focusing over here and I'm doing my job, but then I'm not even turning to you? That's an obsessor, right? All right. So, how do we avoid these eye contacts? Well, imagination. Imagination is key, right? So, when we're practicing out loud, which we should, or which a good technique is, imagine millions of people around you and just make eye contact with all those people, right? So when you're practicing your speech, imagine a crowd of 1 million people, like I said, right? And give everyone your attention. Everyone, right? Because that's how you're going to practice, right? And, well, practice makes perfect. Even if you feel as you've practiced enough, it doesn't hurt to practice just a little bit more, right? As well as practicing. If you feel like you practice a speech, right, it doesn't hurt to practice the emotions, the facial expressions, the energy that you want to give off, the skimming, scanning, and attention giving you're giving your crowd, right? So this all comes in and ties together, okay? So now we can sit here and we can ask ourselves, what does eye contact mean to you, right? Well, eye contact with another person can have a strong impact on us. And always remember that when you're talking to somebody, you will always or can always make an impact on that person. Thank you very much. My name is Destiny Smith again, and have a wonderful day.